Hello, everyone. Welcome to University of California Education Abroad Program's Multi-City Program webinar. My name is Eric Izaguirre. I am one of the advisors here in our UCLA International Education Office. As far as these programs are concerned, I am one of the advisors for the Multi-City, particularly our UK and France program.
Hello, everybody. My name is Danilo Boniglia, and I'm one of the advisors here at the International Education, UCLA International Education Office. And my focus is UCEAP, Italy, Spain, and Latin America.
And we are also joined today by one of our colleagues in Accent who partners with us on these unique multi-city programs. Francesco, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Francesco Gagliardi. I'm based in Italy, and I work at Accent as a student outreach coordinator.
So before we get into the details about these really unique opportunities to study abroad in multiple countries and cities, we just have some general information for you about what it means to study abroad through the UC system. So as far as funding options, as a UCLA student, if you are eligible for financial aid, you are eligible to cover study abroad program costs with your aid, and that's any combination of scholarships, grants, and loans. So what's important is to apply for the FAFSA by the priority deadline for our upcoming 2020-21 programs. And note that scholarships are also available, and you can go to ieo.ucla.edu/scholarships for more information on those funding opportunities. In terms of receiving academic credit, so all of the courses offered through the programs we'll talk about today, as well as all through UCEAP, all of the courses are guaranteed to transfer as general UC units and UC grades, meaning that you won't have a separate transcript from the program. All of it gets integrated into your UCLA transcript, and therefore you are eligible to receive GE or general education, major and minor credit for courses taken through these programs, but they must be petitioned with the proper department. And if you have any questions about that, you can on the chat. But for now, this is just general information, and we will let Francesco take it away with Accent and the unique opportunities that they offer with us.
Thank you, Eric. Okay, hi everyone again. I just want to give you a brief introduction of what Accent is. So we are a study abroad organization that has been partnering with UCEAP for over 20 years. We have been in the field since the early 90s, and we currently collaborate with over 70 US colleges and universities. What we provide to University of California is a set of academic and logistic services that help them and the students to get the most out of their study abroad experience. I just want to talk about very quickly about the study centers that Accent has in Europe. So we have Rome, Florence, Paris, Madrid, and London. All the programs that I'm going to talk about today will happen in these study centers, with the exception of one program for which we use other partners, and I'll talk about that later. I'm going to start to talk about the general eligibility and the requirements for all the UCEAP multi-city programs. As far as the eligibility is concerned, you have to be a registered UC student, and you have to be in good academic standing. The requirements, the minimum GPA for the program is 2.5, and there's no language requirement for any of the following programs. So I'm going to start with the first program, which is, let me say, my personal favorite. It's one of the newest ones, and it's taking place in 3 different locations. It's called Mediterranean Politics, Food, and Culture, and the cities are Barcelona, Syracuse, or also Syracuse, Sicily, and Florence. This is a full program. It's 15 weeks, and you basically spend 5 weeks in each of the 3 locations. I'm going to talk about a little bit about the academics in general. So you will take a total of 4 courses. The required curriculum for the program is 2 upper division umbrella courses across the 3 locations, which means that you will take the same courses across all 3 locations, and then 2 upper division site-specific courses that will be taken, one in Florence and the other one in Barcelona. So the disciplines that the program covers are humanities and social sciences. And as you can see on the right side of the slide, we can see the specific courses that will be offered for this program. So the umbrella courses, those ones that will happen in 3 locations are, the first one is called Making the Mediterranean Cultural Encounters. And it's a course basically that focuses on social history of exchanges, interaction, and cultural encounters in the Mediterranean from the ancient Roman time to the 18th centuries. All of this is done through the food lenses, since food has always been a significant part in the structuring of the economic relations of the area. The second one, it's called Unmaking the Mediterranean Through Food, Nationalism and Nation State. This course is basically a anthropological and socio-political study of nationalism and nation states. And also this one is explored through lenses of food. It basically focuses on how food and food policies in general have been central to nation-building projects and to the rescaling of the economies in the Mediterranean. Now, the 2 specific courses, the Florence one is Florence and the Politics of Food in Italy. And the aim of the course is to show students how the locality of Italian food means excellence and sustainability. By locality, I mean every single region of Italy has a very, very big extension of foods available. And we have 21 regions. So it explains why we do have this big variety. And the majority of American people, are used to eating pasta and pizza, but there's a lot to know about food, Italian food, that a lot of people don't. The course is divided into 3 main phases. The first one focuses on the variety of Italian food in the country. The second one focuses on the region Tuscany and how this region presents a unified food culture as opposed to all other regions in Italy. And the third part focuses on the slow food movement. The other course offered in Barcelona, it's called The Celebrity and Status of Food, Reinventing Barcelona for the 21st Century. And it focuses on the importance that one of the most famous chefs in the world, Ferran Adrià, has gained in the 90s, and how cuisine and food has never been the same since. This course will explore the cultural politics of the motivations and strategies behind the radical innovation of cuisine in Barcelona and in Spain, as well as the issues of marketing, status, food tourism, and culture and power relations associated with this new approach. Very interesting program, 3 cities. If you're a foodie, and a lot of you, including myself, this is a very exciting program. I'm going now to talk about a little bit about the housing in each location, just to give you a general idea. I'm going to show a few pictures. Now, obviously, those pictures that you'll see are not going to be the apartment you're going to live in case you apply for this program. It's just an example, but just to give you a general idea how the apartments are structured. And I'm going to give you some information about the location where the apartments are. So we'll start with Florence. Students will be in a student residence with a minimum of 3 students to a maximum of 6 students. The housing is located in the Piazza del Duomo area. If you're not familiar with Florence, the Duomo is the most famous monument in the city, and it's very centrally located. The apartments are only 3 minutes away from the Duomo and 20 minutes away from the Accent Study Center by walking. Florence is a city that is totally walkable, unlike the other ones, but 20 minutes is the time that it takes you to walk from your apartment to class. One picture of what it might look like. Barcelona, the student residence is located 20 minutes away from the place you will have class at. Now I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, and I'll explain to you where you're going to have your class. This are shared apartments, minimum of 3 to a max of 6 students. Some pictures. And now Syracuse, same thing. The apartments are very centrally located. 3 to a maximum of 6 students. Some of the pictures are here. So before we switch to the other program, I just want to give you a little bit of information about where you're going to have class in those 3 cities. So in Florence, the study center is an historical palace. It's called Palazzo Guadagni, and it's located in the Oltrarno area of Florence. Oltrarno means across the Arno, which is the main river of Florence. As far as Syracuse is concerned, you're going to have class at the Syracuse Academy campus. Syracuse Academy is an education abroad organization as well, with which Accent partners with, and it is located in the city center right next to the archaeological area, and it's located 20 minutes away from the island of Ortigia, which is the very old historical center of the city. As far as Barcelona is concerned, on the other hand, you will have class at an actual Spanish university, so it's going to be an actual campus. Much more similar to what you're used to. And the university is called Università Pompeu Fabra. Very, very modern, very particular style. It has to do with, it brings a lot of Barcelona history with it. So I think it's going to be pretty exciting. Now, the next program is Global Cities, Urban Realities. The program happens in 2 different cities. The first one is London and the second one is Paris. I'm gonna go over the academics for this program as well. You'll see that there are many options. So you can sign up for a quarter program, a semester program, regular semester program, and there's also the option of doing a semester plus an internship at the end of the program. Now I'll talk about it in a little bit. So let's start with a quarter. You are supposed to take 4 to 5 courses for a total of 15 to 19.5 quarter units. You need to take 1 upper division cultural course in each location. All the courses are taught in English. 1 upper division elective of your choice in each city, and optional, if you want to, you can take 1 more elective. I'm just going to show you the list of courses right here. So you'll see that the 2 cultural courses you will have to take, mandatory in each city. The London one, it's called London Uncovered, Meaning and Identity in Contemporary Metropolis. The course basically explores the transformation of British society through inward migration. It focuses on the social changes and political debates that have shaped London throughout the centuries. Right below the cultural course in London, you'll see those other electives that you can choose from. There's Health and Urbanism, there's Policy in London, Law and the Police in the Global City, and Exhibiting Ourselves, Museums, Displays, and Identities in London. As far as Paris is concerned, the culture course is called City and Language, Pursuing Paris and Unlocking French. So this is a course that basically introduces students to the main historical sites and monuments of the city of Paris, but it also provides, let's say, a sort of survival language course for the French language. Right below, you'll find the elective courses available that you can choose from. Now, I'll go back 1 second to the possible structures. So we talked about the quarters structure. Now, the semester option is 5 to 6 courses for a total of 22.5 to 27 quarter units. Still, you will have to take 1 upper division cultural course, 1 or 2 upper division electives of your choice from London, 2 upper division electives of your choice in Paris. Now, this, as you can see, both quarter and semester options are, the programs start in London and end in Paris. As far as the semester plus internship option, you'll see that the program will start in Paris and instead will end in London. And London is the city where you will have the internship. So there's, for this option, still 5 to 6 courses for a total of 22.5, from a 22.5 to 27 quarter units. And the curriculum is pretty much the same as the semester, but you'll see that at the end, there's the internship plus a workforce course that will be taken along with the internship. Okay, just a little bit about London, the housing in London. There is one housing option, it's shared apartments, and all the students will be arranged in double rooms. Now, these are the pictures. They're all nice. And these ones are the pictures for the housing in Paris, which is still double rooms, shared apartments, but you'll get 2 meals per day. I just want to talk to you about the 2 study centers, even here. So as you saw at the beginning, Accent does have a center both in London and in Paris. As far as London is concerned, the study center is located in the Bloomsbury district. I don't know if you're familiar with London, but it's basically next to the British Museum. For Paris instead, the study center is located in the 11th district called the Bastille. So they're both very, very central locations. The housing is, including the time that you will take to get there by public transportation, is 25 to 30 minutes for you to get from your house, your apartment to the study center and the way back. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about our third multi-city program, which is called European Transformations. It's going to take place in Rome and Madrid. I don't know if I mentioned this, I don't think, but I am from Rome, so I have this has a particular soft spot for me. Academics, 4 courses for a total of 15 quarter units. The required curriculum is 2 core courses and 1 mandatory survival language class. Now, this course has been, is going through a review process. So UCEAP is actually thinking about a new course offering. So we don't have the specific courses available at the moment, but they will be in the next 2 weeks. So if you want to check these out in 2 weeks, you can go on the UCEAP website and search for the program, and you will have the new course offerings. I can tell you for sure that the new courses will be cross-listed to satisfy the following units: political sciences, international studies, and European studies. Most likely, there will also be a film studies opportunity. Housing in Rome. Student residence, a minimum of 3 to a max of 8 students per apartment. Rome does not offer a meal plan. The residence is located in the Trastevere neighborhood, which is one of the 3 main central locations in Rome, and it's also where I live. It's very active, it's very young, it's where a mix of local people and expats live. It's right now it has acquired a lot of popularity among tourists, but also people that live in the city and they're trying to move in the neighborhoods. I'll show you some pictures of the apartments. Madrid. There are 2 housing options, either student residence, double room, full board daily, or homestay family that includes half board daily. So the student residence in Madrid is also 20 minutes away from the Madrid Study Center. Both the Madrid Study Center and the housing are located in the Chamberí district of Madrid. I'll show you some pictures. This is a very brand new residence, actually. This is the hall, the inside of a room. Very, very, very new building. Now that I've talked about the three programs in general, I also want to talk about something that, you know, happens outside of your classroom. Studying abroad is not only academics. It's one of the most important parts of it, but at the same time, it's also important to, you know, experience the culture of the country that you're living in for either a quarter or a semester. So now I'm going to talk about some activities that are offered throughout the quarter or semester in all of our centers. They can be free or offered at a very low cost. So the first one I want to talk about is the pizza making class that is offered in Florence. These are pictures actually from last semester. So students take a professional class with a professional pizza chef. They make pizza from the scratch, so from the dough up to you know, putting the pizza in the oven, and then obviously they eat it. The other one is the flamenco show in Madrid. You know, flamenco music and dance is a very, very important part of the Spanish culture. So you get to see professional flamenco dancers in one of the Madrid theaters. In London, we do offer a boat trip and a tour of Greenwich in London. May sound a little bit touristy, but it's not. It's actually very interesting. With obviously, it's going to be with a professional guide. Then this is one of the most exciting activity, just because I love food very much. It's the bakery workshop in Paris. So you'll see this one also is from last semester. Students making croissant and bread. And in Rome, we do offer a cooking class on Roman cuisine with a professional chef. We do have a instructional kitchen within the Accent Rome Study Center. And then Syracuse, we offer a visit to the Greek Amphitheater in Syracuse, which is very, very close to the Syracuse Academy Center, where you'll be taking classes. So this one was pretty much a general presentation of all three programs. Obviously, there are many more details for which we don't have time. But if you're interested in any of those programs, please, you know, start your application, visit your study abroad office, get more information. And if you have any specific questions, you can absolutely email me. And this is the my email address when I respond to students if they have questions about specific programs. Eric?
Okay, thank you so much, Francesco. So we also have our contact information. So at the UCLA Study Abroad office, you have myself, Eric, for UK and France for the Global Cities Urban Realities program, and then Danilo for Italy and Spain for these programs, but also advising for Latin America. And well, our phone number is listed here. You can also email the front desk with general questions. You can stop in. We're in 1332 Murphy Hall. But now, if there are any questions in the chat, we can address those, or if folks have those questions. Otherwise, this concludes our webinar session today.